Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you are watching this, we are back with another video. It is your boy CJ, it is your boy Frank, and we are back with another video, back with another review. And today, ladies and gentlemen, is a very special day because not only are we live on YouTube, on the Retro Bros channel. We are also live on Frank's YouTube channel. We are also live right here, right now on Facebook. So we got comments coming from everywhere. We got viewers coming from everywhere. So shout out to everybody watching right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very
I
much.
love I love the fact that I'm actually gonna be able to see the comments now because like we're both moderators in your StreamYard account. So
I know,
both of us are gonna see these comments. That's pretty cool.
right? That is, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because now you have access to StreamYard. You could use this whenever you want. Uh, so today is a very special day because we are reviewing a pay per view that took place 20 years ago today. As a matter of fact, we are talking about uh, Unforgiven 2002, and this show is memorable for Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. We'll get to all of that in a minute, but if you are new to this channel, do Frank and I a
Both of our channels, yeah.
if you're new to the Retro Bros podcast channel, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload new content. We upload new content weekly. As a matter of fact, it's almost daily on this channel because yesterday Frank and my co-host of the Retro Raw Down Nat, they decided to do a review of SummerSlam 1992. Uh, so
She's essentially she's essentially now gonna be my co-host too, because we're gonna be doing that new gen stuff together. We're gonna review a lot of new gen as we decided yesterday
yeah,
on the show. Yeah. Soon we'll be doing the Raw episodes, but we're gonna do that in January. But yeah, all those new gen shows for some reason Christian doesn't want to be a part of them, so it's just gonna be me and Nat.
I just wasn't around for the new generation really. I didn't start
Neither was
watching.
I, and I love it.
Yeah, it's just no, no. I'm just not a fan of that time period of wrestling. But before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, Pepsi, or I mean Pepsi, yeah, Pepsi. You know that we're your favorite YouTube channel, so go ahead as I crack this bad boy open. Sponsor your boys, Pepsi. What are we doing right now? Sponsor your boys. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on all the platforms. We are live on 2 YouTube channels and Facebook. So,
We're live. We're only live in one Facebook group. We're not. It's not like you can. You would have to be in the group to find us on Facebook.
true. That is
Yeah.
very true. Let's get down to the nitty gritty of Unforgiven 2002 here. This took place.
Before before we get into, I actually because remember the last show we did was Survivor Series 2002, and I actually at the end of the show I was trying to remember the rating I gave that show. I said I either gave it a 10 out of 10 or a 9.5. I looked it up right before we did this show. I gave Survivor Series 2002, excuse me, a 9.5. So yeah, I checked too for what I gave this show. I know what I gave this show. I absolutely love this show too, man.
Nice. Well, we'll give our ratings at the end of this show because I got my own
Yeah,
rating for
yes.
this. But this took place, like I said, 20 years ago today, September 22nd, uh, 2002. As a matter of fact, real quick, before we begin, I actually wanted to talk about something. It just hit me. Um, Frank, I know you don't watch any of these shows, but
Which
last
show?
they had the season premieres of all of the Chicago shows. So Med,
Okay.
Fire, and PD. And they were all great episodes, great season openers. If I had to pick one above all of them, I would say PD was the best one. Because there was more. Um,
Make sure you don't spoil anything too, because there
yeah,
could be some people watching. Yeah,
I
because
was
you
gonna
got
say, I think PD would be better just because it was more action packed than say Fire or Med.
yeah,
But that's not to say that those shows didn't have their own thing going on. There is a on Chicago Med. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there is a former main character that makes their return in
okay.
the season premiere. So you might want to watch for that. And then Fire, Chicago Fire, they introduce two new characters. I think they're only going to keep one of the new characters, but there's two new ones. Um, excuse me. But anyway, yeah, I liked all the season premieres last night. They were all tremendous. But yeah, Unforgiven took place September 22nd, 2002, in Los Angeles, California, at the Staples Center. Uh, 16,000 people were in attendance here. The Heat match, the Sunday Night Heat match before the pay per view,
Okay.
saw Rey Mysterio defeating Chavo Guerrero.
My favorite pay-per-view Heat preview match.
Yeah.
Favorite. Yeah, that was a great match. It's on the DVD. For those who have the DVD, maybe not check that match yet. Go ahead and go on the extras and check that match out because that was a pretty good Heat match.
And then in the opening contest, Booker T, Bubba Ray, Gold Dust, and Kane defeated the Un-Americans, Christian, Lance Storm, Test, and William Regal. And man, this matchup was great for an
It
opener. I
was.
thought it was tremendous.
Was.
It was very fun. It was very. This matchup is not like anything you would see today. Like in 8-man tags today, you would just see boom, 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 movement, movement, movement. Whereas in 2002, it was more about the storytelling.
Yeah. One thing back then, 8-man tags. It's not like 8-man tags were happening every day too, and it seems like it happens more often today. That's one thing I liked about that. Um, this is one of my favorite openers ever. Like I know the month before I had Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle. I'd probably put that as my favorite opener of all time. But this is just a notch below it. The crowd was absolutely on fire for this match. Great crowd all night, but for this match, like they made this match even better than it already was. I love the Un-Americans. I thought they were a great heel tag team. I forgot I was gonna say something else. I forgot what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was I don't necessarily have a list, and I'm sure not a lot of people do, of like favorite 8-man tag matches, but this is definitely my favorite 8-man tag match. I have no idea what I'd put second, but this one definitely first. This was a phenomenal match.
This is up there. The Un-Americans were a fantastic heel
Yep.
fraction. They were amazing. The heat that they were able to generate just because they were not American, you
Yeah.
know. And this
Yep.
is keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is 2002. This is 1 year removed from what happened on 9/11. 1 year
Yep.
removed from that, and these guys were able to really draw in on that. And
The upside down flag thing was so funny too. It
yeah,
really was.
uh,
That's what you would do today to like a YouTube troller would do something like that today to get people angry.
yeah, um, yeah. We did. For those of you who want to watch our review of SmackDown post 9/11, we actually
Yeah.
do have an episode on that. So it's in the archives on the Retro Bros YouTube channel. So
There's
check it out over there.
there's a playlist on this channel, the Retro Bros channel, and since now we're doing this on both of our channels, I set up a playlist on my channel. So either way, just check out the playlist and just go down to I think that was like episode 10 or something. I can't remember. It's only got two
Yeah,
views. It's
actually,
only got two views at the moment, so it'd be nice if people actually check it out.
SmackDown post.
Although
Yeah, it was episode 10.
I know it. Yeah. It's not one of my favorite episodes that we've done because there's nothing we really had to talk about. But yeah, it shows too because it's only got 2 views. But it would be nice if more people would view it. So go check it out. It's only a 16-minute video. It's the shortest review we've ever done, so it's not going to keep up any of
It's
your
not
time.
best review, that's for sure. But
No,
you know,
we had nothing to talk about.
right. Because all the good stuff that I wanted to talk about, he didn't. But anyway, next match saw Chris Jericho defeating Ric Flair to retain the Intercontinental title. This is 2002 Jericho and 2002 Flair. So at this
Yep.
time, they were still able to go and put on good
Yeah.
wrestling matches as opposed to 2022, where, I mean, we could talk about Ric Flair's
Uh,
last match, but
I don't like I don't watch that much AEW, but I'll tell you what, if Chris Jericho is on the TV screen and I just happen to be flipping through the channels and see him, I'm watching him. I don't care what kind of his wrestling skills diminish. Charisma doesn't diminish, and
yeah,
Chris Jericho has it. I would definitely watch Chris Jericho today. I remember the one of my favorite things AEW ever did was when Jericho did that promo and making fun of like sports entertainment, which is literally what AEW is, but that's beyond the point. When he did that thing with the Jericho Appreciation Society, that stuff was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
2022 Jericho is very different from 2002 Jericho in terms of entertainment value to me. In 2002 was like peak Jericho. And I'm going to give a little bit of an AEW spoiler here. So if you guys have not watched yet,
Yeah,
last night's Dynamite, you may want
right.
to fast
It's
forward.
not a big deal for me because I don't even watch it, and I've kind of know some of the stuff that's happened. So
So before we begin, let me just say spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Uh,
while
Jericho
there's nobody watching,
Claudio Castagnoli to become ROH World Heavyweight Champion last night. So
it's funny too because I was about to just mention that without saying spoiler. So it's a good thing you came in and said spoiler alert.
uh, it's 2022 and Jericho is still out here winning championships. I mean, that's how good Jericho is still. You can hate on
He's
Jericho all you want because his
the
wife.
reason.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, that too, and
What?
okay, but the reason why people hate Jericho is because he's 56 or whatever he is. He's 50 years old and he's winning the titles. Oh my gosh, the young guys. No love for the young guys. But please, Jericho's better than most of the young wrestlers today. Yeah,
He's 51, not 56. You're
51. Okay, 51. I know he's in his 50s because when he became the first AEW champion, they were like, "Oh my gosh, he's almost 50. How can you be putting the belt on?" Or was he the first, or was he? I think it was the first, right?
I believe he was the first. Yes,
Yeah.
the first
Yeah,
AEW.
when he became the first AEW champion, that's all the complaints. It's like you got a new company here. That new company wants viewers, right?
Yeah,
So why not put the belt on an established wrestler like Chris Jericho? And
right.
the same complaints I saw this morning when I woke up and saw that they put the ROH title on Jericho. Oh my gosh, put it on somebody young. Blah, 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 blah. It's almost the same situation too, because AEW's ROH is new, and there's still this is the first time ROH is really, you
Getting
know,
national television exposure.
yes, yes. HD Net and Destination America, whatever, all that TNT and TBS, whatever they're gonna air it on, that's a way bigger audience.
I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you
if
that
they
right now,
were on
way
This
bigger.
America. I don't think they were.
They were on Destination America around the same time that Impact was.
Really? Okay, I
For a
didn't.
few years, yeah. For a few years they were on Destination America. Um And yeah, this is going to be a big audience. So why not put an established guy as the
Yeah,
leader of this new organization?
right.
Yeah.
Next match saw I was going to say something about Jericho. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you
You're right
yeah,
that if you're starting up a new company, you put the
yeah.
belt on an established performer because
Mhm.
that will give the company brand recognition. If you put it on Hangman Adam Page, if you put it on Kenny Omega, if you put it on John Moxley, even, I
Yeah,
don't think that the average fan knows who those people are. So I
yeah.
don't know that those people, that those wrestlers, no matter how talented they are in the ring, are going to draw in that viewership.
Right,
Uh,
right.
I mean,
You
uh,
also didn't. Now you also wanted to jump ahead again
what do you mean?
before I gave my opinion on the match.
Oh,
You was just about to do that.
go
I don't
ahead.
even. Did you even say how you felt about the match? I don't even think you did.
It was, yeah, I think I did at the start. I said this was uh, this was 2002 Jericho. This is
Right,
2000.
but that's not saying if you liked it or not, though.
Match was good. It was good.
Okay.
Um, it was your typical mid card match for
Yeah.
2002. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't steal the show or nothing, but it wasn't. It didn't need to. It was there to tell that story. It was to keep the story progressing and keep
Yeah.
Jericho looking strong as champion. So I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. It was like you said, it was a mid card match, and normally the second match on the card, as I always say, normally isn't something that's supposed to be special. When you put two guys like Jericho and Flair in there, that's a pretty damn good second match. I would say, like I said, it was decent. Not, I wouldn't sit here and say it was like a 5-star match or
Oh,
anything, but it
well,
was pretty. It was good enough for what it was.
but I think that I think we should clarify real quick. This is 2002.
Yeah.
So what counts as a 5-star match today may not have counted for what would have been a 5-star match in 2002, if that makes any sense.
To me, what is considered a 5-star match today isn't a 5-star match, in my opinion.
Right.
My opinions on what a 5-star match is will never change. To me, it's when you got two mega stars and the crowd sitting on every move they do, going nuts. That's a 5-star match to me.
Yeah. So I'm promoting a video here.
That's all right.
Yeah. 5-star match means something different to everybody, and
That's of course it's an opinion.
yes,
That's
exactly.
exactly what it is.
And
Nothing wrong with that.
when wrestling journalists put out their 5-star matches as fact, that to me is where the problem is. Because you're trying to say it's a 5-star match, and if you disagree with me, you're wrong and you have no idea what you're talking about. And that's a completely
I don't.
ignorant way of looking at things.
But has Dave Meltzer ever said to somebody who disagreed on a 5-star match that they're wrong? Has he ever told somebody that?
Bobby Lashley, as my dad says, you think you can rely on that crane crap.
What's he referring to? I
What are
read that before you even read it.
What are you referring to, crane crap, Bobby? Bobby.
Bobby, Bobby Lashley is my dad. Best username I've seen on this channel. I saw it yesterday. And I was like, wait a minute, what the hell?
By the way, do you remember that Kurt Angle account?
Yeah.
That channel happened to appear when I was doing my podcast with Shrug,
Okay.
Bakery Music. He popped back up, and he popped, and then I blocked him. And somebody else from Shrug's YouTube channel, one of his fans, shout out to Joe Kaler. He's dope. He's the man. Uh, he created a fake account, also Kurt Angle, same username and the same profile picture. And so he said something stupid again. I'm like, man, I thought I blocked you. And he's like, and Shrug ended up telling me, he's like, oh no, I know who that is. That's Joe, man. That's Joe. Like, oh, okay. And so I kind of let him slide because Shrug vouched for him. And I'm like, you know what, you're good. And I've had conversations with Joe, and he's a nice dude.
do we
Harmless.
do we know?
Harmless.
Okay. Right. But do we know who Bobby Lashley is my dad is? Like
I
who
know
is that?
who it is, but hey, if
Probably
Bobby Lashley, you gotta Bobby Lashley is my dad. You gotta explain. What do you mean? Crane.
maybe it really is Bobby Lashley's son. Who knows? Oh yeah, the crank. Yeah, he does have to.
My favorite character is Peanut
Don't
Butter.
even read that. Don't even read that. Don't even read that.
I'm just gonna block this dude.
I would. Why? I don't know if that just one comment deserves of a
Well,
block.
those two.
But how do you know? But he might be asking a legit question with that first one, the crane crab.
The second comment. Read the second comment
I
because
know. I'm saying that that's one bad comment though. That's one bad comment. I don't know what
you get your
you
two
know.
strikes. Your two strikes. Bobby Lashley is my dad. Your two strikes. Three strikes. You're out of here. Uh,
He might have made with that first comment. That might be a legitimate question. Maybe some talking about something that happened on AEW last night.
the crane crap. What?
I have no idea what that.
Okay. Anyway, continuing things.
Yeah,
Actually, Frank, you can also block him too because now you have that
it's
authority.
true. That's true. If I see another weird comment like that second one, he'll get axed.
You're done.
Yeah.
Next match. Ooh, good match. Match of the night, in my opinion. Well, and if not match of the night candidate. Eddie Guerrero defeated Edge. Oh my God. This
What's
feud.
that even mean? What's that even mean?
Crane kick, Danny boy. Okay. Okay, Bobby Lashley's my dad. I see you now, bro. I see you now. I know
Okay,
what
so
you
what's he referring to?
sideline for a minute from WWE.
Okay,
Did you ever see those Karate Kid movies?
no, but
In,
I know that the dude Ralph Marciano. Shout out to him. He an Islander fan, so shout out to him.
there is a TV show on Netflix based on those Karate Kid movies
Oh, okay.
called Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard of Cobra Kai.
You or that.
I
Yeah.
haven't watched. I haven't watched it, but I've
Bobby
heard of
Lashley referring to is Terry Silver
it. Okay,
because he said Danny Boy. Crane kick, Danny Boy. Crane kick is the little that move.
right.
You gotta see what I actually did there.
And see, that's why I said. That's why I said, don't just go off one bad comment. He might be trying to say so. He even said my favorite character. He's probably calling somebody on that
Oh
show.
wait!
That
Oh, penis breath! Oh, I get that reference. Oh shit! Oh,
oh, see, and you wanted to block. You
I
wanted,
apologize, man.
yeah, see, you wanted to block the dude off one comment. I told you that might mean something. He might be trying to say something. There you go.
Franklin.
Don't just rush to judgment, man. Come on.
Yeah, okay. My bad, Bobby Lashley. I was a little slow on the uptake there, man.
Is my dad.
I
His name is not Bobby Lashley. His name
Penis
is
breath.
Bobby Lashley.
He penis breath is the kid that went from uh Cobra Kai to uh was it Eagle Fang? I think he went to Eagle Fang, and then he went to Miyagi Do or the Miyagi Dojo, and then he ended up when the Miyagi Do and the Eagle Fang matched. He's worked with
Right,
them, but then
right.
Penis Breath became a mole for Cobra Kai. So he
Is
started.
this a is this a nickname that the character got, or is like this the actual name of the
Well,
character?
it's not necessarily a nickname he had on the show, like an official nickname,
Right,
but I can't. But I don't know his actual name on the show, but I know exactly who he's talking about. So I'm telling.
right. Right. That's hilarious.
I can't remember what his name was, but um, uh, yeah, he was and he turned his back on it, and then at the end of season 5, I shouldn't even talk about spoilers for season 5. Okay, I'll just say
What?
this: spoiler. Season 5, it's revealed that Penis Breath is a spy for Cobra Kai, and then everybody in Cobra Kai, spoiler, ends up turning their back on Terry Silver. So I
All
said
right.
spoilers several times, so you could have exited
Yeah.
at any time. Don't get
Yeah.
mad. So yeah.
He's
Uh,
Mitch. He's Mitch, but people call him penis breath.
but it's really, but and I think I know why he's making those references too,
Because
because
you brought up, didn't you bring? Oh no, I don't know. I don't
well,
know.
no, I'll tell you because we were talking about Chris Jericho, we were talking about
Mhm.
AEW, and
Right.
in Cobra Kai, they make several AEW references, and they make several
Okay.
Chris Jericho references. Matter of
Uh,
fact, there's a character on there, uh, Stingray, and in one scene in season 5, you can hear him singing, "I me come, I me come, I me coming, I me come, I me come, I me coming, Judas in, Judas in, Judas in my mind, I me come, I me come, I me coming." Sorry,
um,
song. I don't
my
care.
my
Love
favorite, my favorite. Damn it! Why did I forget the name of Jericho's group? His band.
us.
Why I forget? Fozzy. Yes, my favorite Fozzy song will always be "Enemy." The No Way Out '05 theme.
You remember me.
Yeah, that's a banger.
You can't see the world that made
Speaking
me who I am. You'll never understand. I gotta keep hoping. You're living on it. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
speaking of banger pay-per-view themes, this show right here had one, Adrenaline. I don't know who it's by, but
Oh,
it's off
that's
the
one more. Too much is not enough.
yes, yes,
Nobody said this stuff makes any sense.
yep.
Looked
It
again. See,
was
you're making me sing. You gotta stop. You're making me sing. You gotta stop, Rick.
it
You
was
gotta.
off the soundtrack. It was off a soundtrack to the Vin Diesel movie Triple X from back in '02. Yeah,
Hey, speaking of
I've
music.
never.
Hey, speaking of music, Facebook. You're gonna want to go to the Retro Bros YouTube channel because it's gonna be exclusive to the Retro Bros YouTube channel. So once I end the stream on Facebook and once I end the stream on Frank's YouTube channel, we're still gonna be live on YouTube. Me and Frank are still gonna be live on YouTube once I end those because we got some exclusive reactions coming for you folks. So you're gonna want to be there for that. But anyway, back to this. Back to this. Uh,
I
but
haven't given my reaction, so don't jump to
I
the
know
next match.
I didn't really talk about this match either. But Edge defeated Eddie Guerrero, or I mean, Eddie Guerrero defeated Edge, and that's the match we were on.
Yep.
And it wasn't Move. Bobby Lashley says he's Mitch, but people call him Penis Breath.
Yeah,
They,
I read that already. I read that already.
oh, okay, my bad. But anyway, we got sidetracked. Let's get Eddie Guerrero defeated Edge. This feud, we'll talk about the match in a minute, but the feud was so great. It was awesome, and it didn't need a championship to be awesome. It was awesome without the belt.
No story. You put a good storyline to anything. It doesn't need a belt. You know. It. I'm not saying that this had like a really good storyline to it, but they did have a bunch of great matches. And that's it. You can have great matches. You can have a great storyline. You don't necessarily need the belt for it.
Yeah,
Any type of great storyline does not need a belt.
fact.
And one storyline where it's all about just about the title, yeah, I don't like that type of storyline.
Yeah, in this match, or in this feud, rather, excuse me, as I try to put my cord back into my computer. There we go. This feud, it didn't really have a basis.
Right.
It was just who's the better performer. And then
Yeah,
we got
that's
Lashley out here quoting Ferris Bueller. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Boy, oh boy,
see,
true words never spoken. Uh,
yeah.
Ferris Bueller. Shout out to Ferris Bueller. Shout out to
See,
what was his
not
name? The guy that played Ferris Bueller. What the hell was his name? I'm drawing a blank.
days off. That's his last name.
No,
His first name is Ferris Bueller. His last name is Day Off.
Bueller. I know the reference. I know the movie, and I know and I know the reference. But
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh, right, yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
But about the like you said, this was the storyline for this was about who's better than who, which is not my favorite storyline, but back then WWE had enough actual great storylines that I could live with that, especially when Edge and Eddie Guerrero had some really good matches. And
Match.
all three of them got better than the prior. SummerSlam was pretty good. Their Unforgiven match was better, and then they freaking killed it with the
No
was
DQ.
it no DQ on SmackDown. Yeah,
Yeah, they did some really good stuff in this feud. And this match, like I said, my opinion, I'll let you give yours in a minute. My opinion, this matchup was a match of the night. And if it wasn't the match of the night, it was a match of the night candidate for sure. So
I feel like I got like let's see, one, two, three, at least three matches that are better than that. We've already covered one of them, that opening match. I thought this was just below a 4, and I have three matches on this show that I give 4 stars to.
well, I'm gonna go take a leak while you go ahead and give your opinion on this
Yeah.
match.
This is what I love about Christian though. He'll always have a different match of the night than I do, and I love that. And sometimes it's a match of the night that you don't expect. People like in Natasha yesterday on that SummerSlam '92 review. I really thought that she was gonna pick Owen and Bulldog as a match tonight. She picked Undertaker and Kamala. I love, as weird as some people think, oh, what, picking a match like that would be such a weird pick. And yeah, there's not a lot of people that probably look at SummerSlam '92 and say Undertaker versus Kamala is their favorite match. But that's the great thing about pro wrestling. It's subjective. Everybody has something different. Same with me too, because I know everybody loves Bulldog and Brett. Great match, but I pick Warrior and Savage for that one. For Edge and Eddie Guerrero, like I said, it was better than their SummerSlam match, not better than their SmackDown no DQ match. Phenomenal match though. Uh, Bobby Lashley, my dad, says, "See you later, fuckers." Yeah, see you later. Bobby Lashley's my dad.
He sounded like
Best, yeah, yeah. Best username we've seen on this channel so
yeah.
far.
Please go back for more streams, bro. We love you,
Yeah,
and I won't block you. I won't block
yeah.
you.
I told you, you gotta wait. One comment. Unless it's a really horrible comment, don't block people on one bad comment because it might mean something that you're not sure of. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. You enjoyed it more, but yeah, I think this was a really good match. Just a notch below 4, 3.5 for me.
Next match. Can I move on? Did you give your opinion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you good.
next match. This was just a filler match, but it was entertaining.
It was
Defeated Billy and Chuck, and not much to say about the match, but I like the build.
Also, one thing I want to say. Go ahead, actually. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
I like the build where Rosie and Jamal they attacked Billy and Chuck in their gay wedding ceremony,
Yeah.
And then they attacked Stephanie as well. I like that little build, and then as revenge, Billy and Chuck invaded Raw and they attacked 3-minute warning. So
Yeah, this was a great
match, but it was decent.
Yeah,
It
this was a
filler.
yeah. Right. But the storyline was worth it. The storyline was worth it, and the post match was entertaining. Well, it wasn't exactly post match because they did it like 2 segments later. I think after the world title. But yeah, that was entertaining. Yeah, it's not. If you're looking for a great match, I mean, it's a decent match. It wasn't about the match, honestly.
Right.
And let me just say, if I was Eric Bischoff, and so this was a legit situation, I would tell 3-minute warning, lose on purpose. Lose on purpose for anybody who remembers the stipulations of the matches.
Yeah.
3-minute warning, go out there, lay down, get beat. As if like that was such a bad thing for Eric Bischoff. If he lose, he had to do that. Oh yeah, like oh my goodness, what a
I don't know what the
horrible fall.
stipulation was. What was the stipulation?
So if if Rosie and Jamal 3 minute warning won, then Stephanie McMahon would have to perform HLA. You know,
Boy.
but if Billy and Chuck won, then Eric Bischoff would have to kiss Stephanie McMahon's. You know what? As if that's some horrible thing for Eric Bischoff. Like, I'd be,
Lose?
yeah. Go ahead, just lay down. Y'all good? No, don't worry about it. Don't hell. I'll strip. Who was the tag champs at this time? Un-Americans, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll strip the Un-Americans of the title and put the belts on you. Go ahead. I'll strip Triple H to the world title. You guys can take both of them.
Not right now, Ron. I got my buddy. I got my uncle Ronnie calling me right now. You talked to me about last night's shows of Chicago, but yeah. No, yeah, I would have done the same thing. You know what? You guys go out to the ring. Don't even break a sweat. Just go out to the ring. If that bell rings, lay on your back. The referee pin. You guys do that. I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys each $1,000 pay raise plus. And by the way, when I say each of you guys, I mean you, Rosie, Jamal, and Rico.
Yeah. All three.
You get a raise, you get a raise, you get a raise. I'm over in this bitch. You get a raise, you get a raise. Everybody gets a raise. Plus, Rosie and Jamal, you get the tag team titles. Plus, Rosie and Jamal, Rosie, you get the Intercontinental title. Jamal, you get the world title. You don't like it, you guys can switch the belts. I don't care. But
yep.
Yeah, please lay down, let it piss in your mouth, do whatever you gotta do. You know,
3 minute warnings theme song, by the way, which is sadly edited out on the network.
We got 3 minutes of the hour to kill. The clock is ticking out in the kill. We got yeah, I remember the theme. That was
a damn banger, man. It's a shame it's edited out on the network.
Folks, if you want to hear it, we'll give you a couple of seconds. We'll give you.
No, I think people know. People know. If they're watching this, they know.
I want to play it anyway.
I'm telling you, I was looking at it too because I was trying to figure out why. You gotta stop doing that, bro. I'm telling you. I was looking at the song too because I was trying to figure out why it was edited off the network. It has a ton of licenses on it. It has a ton of licenses.
We're good.
There's no need to be getting copyright strikes on it.
I don't know if we'll get a copyright.
You probably will. I'm saying from where I looked at one of the videos that had the song and it said there was a ton of licenses on it. And if it's edited on the network, if WWE can't use it, what do you think? How do you think we can use it? Well, there you go. We're gonna get copyright strike. It's like the third damn video that we got that's been copyright strike.
Well, let's move on. This matchup was we both gave our opinion on the match. It was decent. Next match was
the end of Rob Van Dam's career. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. He lost a fake fight where the title was on the line. His career's over. No more Rob Van Dam. Oh my gosh.
Next match, Triple H defeated Rob Van Dam to retain the World Heavyweight Championship that Triple H never even had to fight for. It was just handed to him on a silver platter.
Great moment. That was a great heel moment. Heel GM, do something for your top heel. That's and it gets heat on both of them. That was a great moment.
This matchup was actually very underrated. I think it was.
It is.
Solid. They this match. Again, another match of the year candidate. If it wasn't match of the night, it's a match of the year.
At least match of the year, not match. I wouldn't say match of the year candidate.
No, but it was another match of the night candidate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I see what you mean when you say there's at least 3 or 4 match of the night candidates. This is one of them for
I
sure.
said I
Uh,
said I gave like 3 matches 4 stars. But yeah, same thing. Match of the night candidates. If it's got 4 stars, I actually can't remember what I gave this. I think I gave this. If I gave this 4, then that would be 4 matches I gave 4 stars to. But I can't remember. And I was looking at my damn ratings before the show. Now I can't remember what I gave Triple H Van Dam. But I know if I didn't give it 4, I definitely gave it 3.5.
it's okay, Dave Meltzer. We don't need your star ratings. Uh,
My star ratings are better than Meltzer's.
uh,
I don't do fucking quarter stars.
oh, Wes Huntley's in the building. Wesley, what's up, brother?
Hey Wes, you got that comment before I did. You were saying Wes is in the building as his comment was coming in from me.
I saw it right here. I saw him right as he popped up, man.
Yeah.
Frank, go ahead, talk about this match for a minute while I go freshen up the soda.
Yeah, so Triple H Rob Van Dam for world title. I finally have a commentary channel. Oh, that's cool. What's the name of it, Wes? But yeah. So Triple H Rob Van Dam, great match. Triple H, of course, got awarded the world title in September 2nd, 2002. So this was 20 days after that. This was his first title defense, and also shortly before the match, they had Ric Flair backstage getting consoled by Rob Van Dam because, of course, he lost his match to Jericho. Jericho cheated to win. And Ric Flair, of course, getting consoled by Van Dam in the locker room area. Then Triple H comes over, essentially tells Van Dam, "Why are you hanging out with this loser?" Blah blah blah. Wesley Huntley, you got this. That's the name. Go follow Wesley. You got this. That's his commentary channel. So yeah, backstage, RVD is consoling Ric Flair backstage, and Triple H is like, "What are you hanging around with this loser?" To RVD. Ric Flair is a legend. Yes, he is. So he's saying, "What are you hanging around with this loser for?" To Rob Van Dam, and Rob Van Dam, of course, gets mad and all that, and that's what leads to later in the match where Ric Flair comes out.
You're right. You are 100% right. Ric Flair is a legend. I'll
Yeah.
talk about that after Frank is done with his thought here because I
How
got
do you
some
do that? How do you do that? How do you make a?
on the comment and it says show, and then when you're done
Oh,
with it,
okay.
click hide.
Show his. Let me show his. Hold on. Yeah.
Here,
What? Oh, you got to click on it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hold on.
there we go.
There. Yeah, that's his YouTube channel. So check that
No, I
out.
think Wes, isn't your YouTube channel? Isn't the name of your
No,
YouTube?
he says he has a new one, a commentary channel now.
Oh, okay. What happened to your other channel, Wes, with your dog's name in it? Tobias's Adventures or whatever. What happened to that one, Wes? Anyway, Wes said that Ric Flair is a legend.
He
Absolutely,
definitely.
no
Yeah.
question about it. He is a legend. But that
Yep.
being said, he needs to stop. He is
Mm.
doing the most, and
He has though.
huh?
He has. That was his retirement match. He has stopped.
This past year was his retirement match. He did it earlier this July, and
Yeah.
it was not good at all.
I haven't seen.
I mean, it was not good. Are we on Facebook right now? Oh, we are. Nice.
Okay. As I was saying though, so later in the match, Ric Flair comes out and of course ends up turning on Van Dam. There's a part where Flair grabs a sledgehammer. He looks like he's about to hit
Okay, let's bet.
looks like he's gonna hit Triple H. Turns around, hits Van Dam, and that's how we get the beginning stages of evolution. Find the first 2 members are together. This was the unofficial beginning, in my opinion, to Evolution.
Yeah, I would
One of
agree.
my
Trips and
favorite.
Rick, they were the foundation of Evolution.
Yeah,
Rick was the
one of my
past, and Trips
right.
was the present.
Yep, one of my favorite factions of all time.
Evolution was absolutely fantastic. They were
Yeah,
a solid
they
group of
were.
dudes. They were a
Yep.
solid group. And I liked at one point all four had the belts. Ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen, Mama Retro in the building. No?
Hi guys.
Mama Retro.
Hey, Mama Retro, what's up?
Guys.
What's up,
Hey,
Mama?
what's up?
Replacing your heater.
Oh, go ahead.
Heater.
Oh, I thought she
Yeah,
was put
Josh up
some
there,
sign.
so good morning, you.
Yeah, I need to clean that up.
Yeah.
I thought she was putting up a sign. I was gonna say I had
Oh,
to bring that more to
that's
the
the heater
like,
vent. Mama
yeah,
Retro's in the building. She's putting heater
yeah.
vent. Heater vent. That's a white one now?
Yeah, it's a white one.
Wow, we're changing everything. We got our basement redone.
It's a white.
We got the walls painted.
This is the old.
That's the old one.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah, I
fun,
was
exciting day at our house.
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. At least it's quiet. At least that part's quiet.
Right. You guys have fun.
All right. Shout out to Mama
Thank
Retro.
you.
Go follow the crafty
Crafty
author on YouTube. Go follow the crafty author. She's awesome.
Yes.
That's my mom, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who don't know, that's Mama Retro, as we call her. She was just replacing my vent. But anyway, we were saying, I liked at one point all of Evolution had all of the
Armageddon 03.
the vent, all of the belts. I said the vents because I just got the new vent.
All of the I can just see the end of Armageddon 03 now. They're just holding up vents. And then the very next night on Raw begins the same way. They're holding up vents.
No.
Poor Rob Van Dam got buried on this show. He didn't get his vent.
And then when they need to get the heat, they grab the vent. Just bust through their opponent's skull. I mean,
poor yeah. Hold on.
or over their backs. Yeah, the crafty author. Yep, the crafty author. That's her. That's her YouTube channel, and she does all kinds of stuff. People, she does quilting. She does shirts. She does blankets. I mean, anything basically crafty. She makes them. She made some awesome Halloween wreaths this year. So
nice. So yeah, poor Rob Van Dam. He got buried. He didn't get his vent. It's a shame they didn't put the vent on Rob Van Dam.
Fuck you, Frank. I can't wait for you to slip up on this show because you're bound to slip up.
I'm pretty sure I've slipped up on the show already.
Well, good. Do it again so I can make fun of you for it. But no, this was a great match. It was a great world title match. And Rob Van Dam was actually really, whether people like it or not, you got to admit, RVD was the perfect first opponent for Triple H in his world title.
At the time, sure.
Yeah.
Van Dam was popular.
Yeah.
But he still was not the guy. With all disrespect to Van Dam. I said disrespect. See, I just slipped up. There you go.
Disrespect. So, in other words, fuck you. Frank is saying, fuck you, RVD, you suck. That's what he just said. All disrespect.
Of course, I meant to say all due respect to Rob Van Dam because he's one of my all-time favorites. He was not the type of guy that is going...
You just said all disrespect. He's one of my favorites.
All due respect. All
disrespect. All disrespect intended. I hate you. I fucking loathe you. You're a piece of shit. You're one of my favorites.
People think that just because somebody is a great pro wrestler, just because they do a lot of cool moves, that they should get the world title, and that'll ultimately make them like some big star.
You get 5, Frank.
What do the five? The Booker T 5 times? What does that mean?
5 times. Oh, just Josh. He was
just Josh. He was just Josh Peckin.
But I thought your name was Wes.
Yeah.
How are
He's
you
Josh Peck.
How are you
He's
trusting
Josh Peck
Sweat?
in disguise.
What, Frank?
He's Josh Peck in disguise.
Hey, no.
You don't know who that is?
I know who Josh Peck is. Wesley is no Josh Peck.
Oh, well, not that many people can be.
Facts.
Drake and Josh, one of the greatest Nick shows of all time.
Drake and Josh is one of the greatest. I will attest to that. Absolutely. Do you remember? Hey, we're gonna get off topic for a second here. Do you remember that show, All That?
Yeah, I've watched a few episodes. I remember watching a few as a kid.
I liked All That a lot.
Yeah.
I like that show.
Keenan and Kel was the shit, man. Keenan and Kel. I wish that lasted.
You know who did the theme song for Keenan and Kel?
Yeah, Coolio.
Yeah. And do you know who did the theme song for All That?
The Kids.
TLC. Do you remember TLC?
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. The same group that did "Don't Go Chase the Waterfalls." Right. Please sink through the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Yeah, they did. Give me all of that. So sit still, because we're coming right back. This is all that. This is all that. And Nick Cannon was also on All That.
Right.
All
you
that
mentioned Coolio.
All that produced some legends. Keenan Thompson, Kel Mitchell, Nick Cannon. I mean, Nick Cannon still has his show Wild Now going. I mean, I'll say I don't agree with some of his opinions politically. I don't agree with what he says about different religious things, but his show is not a horrible show.
Yeah,
I think.
Like I said, when it comes to entertainers, I view them purely as entertainers. I don't care what any of their comments are. I don't look towards their comments.
Right.
Like, you're just somebody who entertains me, and I don't even know them personally. You
know? Back to this show. The next match.
Hold on. Before that, you mentioned Coolio, Sabrina the Teenage Witch Legend, and
Sabrina the Witch Legend, huh? Sabrina, she's a legend among witches.
See, now you're paying attention to the fact, like you're paying attention to it, so now you can see it more often. I told you I've had slip-ups before. But I was just saying, he's a Sabrina Teenage Witch Legend.
Well, I know you've had slip-ups. That's why I always play, hey, it's Franklin.
No, you only did that when I had opinions that you disagreed with. But let me just say before we move on to the next match, like I said, Rob Van Dam.
The Witch Legend.
Before we move on to that, Rob Van Dam, like I said, he is one of my all-time favorites, but he's not one of those type of guys who's going to be your world champion, going to be one of the biggest stars in your company. It's just he's not. That's not a knock on him. There, look at again. We've talked about WrestleMania 19. That's another one that is looked at as one of Triple H's biggest burials. Booker T, at that time, was not the type of guy that would be on the top of WWE. Yeah, he was WCW champ. That's a totally different story. WWE Booker T was a great mid-card guy. Nothing wrong with that. Once he became King Booker and actually got a really entertaining character, that's when he became WWE World Champion material.
You say that Rob Van Dam was never going to be one of those champions in 2000.
He did. He become. I know. But when I say I'm talking about the top, like one of the bigger stars. Okay. Like, yeah, you can be world champ. That's not gonna make you a star. Okay. And what happened with Rob Van Dam's world title run? Did he become all of a sudden the next Triple H with that?
No.
No. And even had he not got in trouble with Sabu that ended up him losing his title, it still wouldn't have happened. And it's the same thing here. You put the title on him in 2002. Okay, he's got the belt. That doesn't mean he's all of a sudden going to be this mega star. He'll probably have a good run. He'll probably give you a couple great matches. He can give you a couple great matches without the belt. So what's the difference?
I think the difference would be the level of competition he would bring. I mean, when you're the champion, I think your mindset changes a little bit in that Now you have something to fight for. You have something to fight for hanging on to. Like, I have this belt. This is my responsibility. This is my championship. I can't lose this. This is everything I got. I have to.
Storyline, yeah,
So
yeah. Storyline wise, sure, but in reality, no.
well, in
You're not
reality,
fighting for it in
in
reality. Yeah,
reality, even in reality, your mindset is okay. They gave me this top spot. They gave me the ball. I can't drop the ball. They're giving me this. They're giving me this responsibility for a
yeah,
reason. They
maybe,
trust me. I can't let them down. So
maybe.
even in reality, your mindset still changes. You just have
But
to be
see,
more responsible. And
yeah,
unfortunately, when Rob Van Dam was given the ball, he wasn't responsible.
sadly, yeah, that sucks. Like I said, I'm a big fan of it. I would have liked to see his world title end a little differently without him getting in trouble. But still, you can be entertaining whether you got the belt or not. That's my point.
There
And
we go.
maybe you get better, maybe not. But when you're champ, I still don't see there would be
What
any
what what do you mean?
major.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, here we go. Okay,
Yeah,
theme song.
that
Boom,
that's the
boom,
theme
boom,
song. Hey,
boom,
what? There we go. Yeah,
boom,
the theme song.
boom, 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 boom. Everybody out there, go run and tell your homeboys and homegirls in South Keenan and Kale to keep you laughing in the afternoon. So don't touch that dial or leave the room because they always get into something and you don't want to miss it. It's double K like to the good radius. Keenan and Kale, should I say Keenan? And you got to watch Keenan because he'll be scheming with the plan or a plot to make it to the middle, but they always getting
Top.
caught. Hang on.
Make it to the top.
They did the middle, but they always getting caught. This ain't a Hardy Boys or a Nancy Drew mystery. It's just Keenan and Kale in your vicinity like Siegfried and Roya, Abbott and Costello, Magic and Karimo, Pinatella. Somebody's in trouble? Oh, here we go. A Nick.
Best TV show on today. You just mentioned it right there. Nancy Drew, CW. Y'all need to go check that out. First of all, Madison Jazzini, one of the cutest actresses in the world right now. Y'all need to check out Nancy Drew on CW. Phenomenal show.
Bow, 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 bow. Hey, it's Frank. No. Anyway, next match was Trish Stratus defeat Molly Holly to retain or to win the women's championship. This match, I'm a huge Trish Stratus fan, and I
Yeah.
remember the first time I actually heard of this match. It was not in 2002, believe it or not. I don't know I don't think I was watching much wrestling in 02. But
This show, I mean, happened 2 months before I became a fan. So we're on that same level.
I remember, like, I guess it was 2006 because it was around Trish Stratus's retirement. They had a whole thing on WWE.com called Evolution of a Diva. And it was depicting Trish's whole career from beginning to end. And this is one of the and it had like photos and video clips of her various matches and feuds and stuff. And this was one of the matches that popped up. Okay, Bobby Lashley says, I hate Ric Flair. My dad would speak his ass and choke him with bicep veins. Yo, just that image. What the fuck? Hey, yeah, I could see that Bobby Lashley is my dad. I could totally see that. The as Flair's choking for his life, I could just see the vein popping out and wrapping on his throat. Yeah, it's damn. That's savage. Bobby Lashley is my dad. That's savage, bro. Hilarious though.
It sounds like you were like saying something, then you literally just told everybody Bobby Lashley is my dad. Oh, it's funny too because it's funny you said that too because it just reminded me of something I wanted to say that it sounded funny as hell that Michael Cole said during the interpromotional tag match. Michael Cole was going through all the like victims that Rosie and Jamal had attacked, and he's like naming like a who's who in terms of wrestling, like Moolah and Mae Young, and I don't remember who else, but he kept naming a wrestler after a wrestler after a wrestler, and then he
Right.
just randomly said lesbians. Like this person, they attacked this person, they attacked this person, they attacked this person, they
Mae
attacked
Young, Hurricane, hang on, Moolah, Mae Young, Hurricane, Gold Dust, Bubble Ray, lesbians,
yeah, that's
Maven,
exactly
Johnny Dreamer.
that's exactly how it sounded too. He said it like that way, just randomly. You're like, wait, what? What?
Wait, run that back a little bit. What was that one? I said Tommy Dreamer. No, before that. Mae Young. No, after Mae Young, before Tommy. Raven. No, you did not say Raven. You said lesbians. I don't know
Oh
what you're
god.
talking about, but anyway, no, yeah, I saw this matchup in Evolution of a Diva. I saw a clip of it, and I was like, I gotta watch this match. So I found it on YouTube. I watched it, and I thought it was a great match.
Oh, you skipped.
Really good.
Hold on, you skipped something. I just remember you skipped. You jumped right to the women's title. I referenced it too since mentioned the inner promotion. After the world title was the part of the show where Stephanie McMahon was supposed to do what with her loss, do the stipulation.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was a hilarious segment. So Eric Bischoff became one of the biggest baby faces of the night and then quickly turned heel again by bringing out two gorgeous looking women and essentially saying that they're going to have a three-way with Stephanie McMahon, and the crowd went nuts when they heard that. Some dude was holding up the HLA T-shirt in the crowd, which I wonder how many people have that shirt. Like that's crazy. So there's two women in the ring. They're about to make out with Trish, and then Eric Bischoff goes, nope, nope. And so, of course, the crowd turns on Bischoff, like, boo, no, you suck. Then he says, no, I found a better, person for Stephanie to make out with. It's Hildegard, and some big woman comes out dressed in like a big suit and stuff, got tons of makeup on, and then comes in the ring. Stephanie all of a sudden jumps on Hildegard and they start making out. And then Eric Bischoff goes, "What the hell?" Eric Bischoff takes a sidekick, falls over to the apron, the turnbuckles, sits near turnbuckles, and the person Hildegard reveals himself to be Rikishi. And you know what happened next there. Poor Eric Bischoff. All Eric Bischoff needed to do.
I'll
What?
tell you what happens next, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know. If you don't know what happens next, the same thing that happened to Eric Bischoff will happen to you if you do not subscribe to the channel, the Wrestler Bros podcast.
And I'm telling you, again, this could have all been avoided and could have ended a lot better for Eric Bischoff if he just told 3-minute warning to lay down. That's all he needed to do.
What you think of this women's title match?
The women's title match was pretty decent. Trish and Molly, I'm a huge fan of both of them. Molly was a great character in her time, whether she was Mighty Molly, whether she was the virtuous one. Molly Holly's one of my all-time favorite women wrestlers, and Trish is probably number one. Not even probably. She was and she was a great performer too. Great character, great wrestler. She was everything. And this match was pretty good. It was good. And also, it was what was it? Trish's second title win. Her first one came at Survivor Series 01. I think this was her second.
Billy Crystal.
That's his dad. He's changed dads now. Bobby Lashley's no longer his dad. It's Billy Crystal.
Oh, that's Billy Crystal. Yeah, I would love for Billy Crystal to be my dad. Billy Crystal's hilarious.
Yeah.
Next match was
this was my match of the night.
Chris Benoit defeating Kurt Angle. Oh my god. This match was a great match. I will say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you think about Benoit and that personal tragedy, that doesn't matter. This match, take that out.
I mean, it kind of does matter, but I know what you're saying in terms of, again, it's separating performer from person.
Yeah.
But it does kind of matter that he, took out his wife and kid. That's kind of fucked up.
Right? It
I
does.
mean, not even kind of. That is fucked up.
But
It's complete.
But that is irrelevant when we're talking
Right.
about this match.
Right, and I agree. I agree
Fantastic
100%.
match. He was great, and he defeated Kurt Angle. So,
This,
guys, anytime Benoit and Angle were in the ring, they had great matches. Javi Mandel, OCD, GameCube ass or Game
germaphobe. Yes. Yeah.
I don't understand what that means, but okay.
So when people think of a great Chris Benoit Kurt Angle match, of course they'll say all of them, but the number one match everybody thinks of is Rumble 03. I would say this match is just a notch below Rumble 03. It's like right there, close to it.
I like their match that they had over Kurt's Olympic gold medals. Those were great. That one was.
Yeah, the Backlash and Judgment Day 01. I feel. I mean, those weren't bad, but I feel like those are like their least best, in my opinion. Those are my least favorite of theirs, but they're still good.
I think the Iron Man match. I think that was overkill, in my opinion. But
if you want to see a great Kurt Angle Iron Man match, you watch the SmackDown from September of 03.
Yeah,
September 18th. Yeah.
I think we
my God.
Didn't we?
We did not, and I would love to review that whole episode because that Iron Man match was something special, man.
Well, wait till you hear the next show that we're going to review because you're going to love that show. Okay. But let's talk about the main event here.
I can't wait to talk about that.
Brock Lesnar, with Paul Heyman defeating facing the Undertaker. For the WWE Championship, there was no winner in this match. It was a double disqualification.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this was WWE's last show. How do you like there was no chance that Brock and Undertaker were gonna have a rematch, man. The company was going out of business, so this is their last show. We can't have a rematch, so why are you ending it on a no contest? My gosh. Oh, wait a minute. There was a pay-per-view the very next month, right?
I believe so.
What was it called? No Mercy?
I believe so.
What was the main event?
I believe it was Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell.
Right. You're building to the
next match.
Building to the next match. Right.
Build.
I have no problem. With the ending.
Make them want more.
Make them want more.
Leave them wanting more.
Yep. I have no problem with that ending. The match itself was phenomenal. You could have. There were, like I said, there were 3 matches I believe that I gave 4 or more stars. And since we've gotten through the show, I'll list them. 8-man tag, the opener. Angle and Benoit, which I picked for my match of the night, and then this match. I'm not sure though with Triple H and Van Dam. I might have gave that 4 stars. I can't remember. But at least
good match. See, my 3 top matches would be Eddie and Edge, the women's title match, and Don't Shoot Me because I like that match. And if I had to go with the third, probably the main event match, Brock and Undertaker, because I like Brock and Undertaker.
This is why
American Badass Undertaker.
This is what I was talking about this too when you left. One of the times you left. This is what I like about you. And same thing with Nat, because Nat freaking picked, of all the matches for SummerSlam 92, she picked her favorite match to be Undertaker and Kamala, which was only a 3-minute match. That's what I like about you too, because you don't care what other people say. You will have a favorite match that most might not have, and that's like Trish and Molly. I don't know how many people would put that, even though it was a good match, as like one of their top 3 favorite matches that night. You do, and I like that about you.
I'm a huge Trish fan. I love Trish.
Yep.
I like her match.
Like what you like. That's what it's all about.
That's right. So on Facebook, that's going to end it for the stream right here.
Hold on. Overall ratings. You forgot overall rating.
Overall rating.
9.5 out of 10. This one was right up there with some of the better shows of the year. SummerSlam, Survivor, which we did last week, and No Mercy. Unforgiven, right there. That's my top 4 favorite pay-per-views of 2002, and this is right there with.
I'll give this one an 8.5. It was really, really solid.
Okay.
So Facebook, if you want to continue the stream, we're going to be on the Retro Bros YouTube channel.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Oh, we got one more thing to do. I was going to do one more thing.
I know. I gotta go. I'm really busy right now.
All right. Well, never mind then. I guess I'll do a reaction a little later. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this Retro Bros podcast episode. I want to thank.
What are we doing next week? What are we doing next week?
Oh, next week we are doing. We are going to do No Mercy 2002.
Ah, nice. I love that show. As I just said, it's one of my top 4 for 02.
Yeah, and it kind of continues after this pay-per-view, so makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Frank. I'm CJ. Next time you see us, we're reviewing. Next time you see us together, rather, you're going to see us review No Mercy 2002. But I'll be back this weekend on Saturday with Nat to review Raw and SmackDown from this week. And also, I'm going to talk about Logan Paul in WWE because I got some opinions on him. That I have some friends that don't agree with me on him in WWE, so we're going to talk about that. But until next time, I'm CJ. He's Frank. This broadcast is ending.